DJ and graffiti had grown. B-boy and knowledge, the pillars of the game, but a six emerged, adding to the flame. Comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight. Visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite. From the pages to the beats, a seamless blend. The sixth element, where two worlds transcend.
Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Sixth Element Collectibles. We got another episode, another unboxing and review for y'all. And this one I've been waiting for a while. Pretty excited for these. Marvel Legends finally has brought us the Daken, the ROM, and the IronMan, Ultimate Iron Man. Card backs with mini comics. Super dope, super iconic. And what's so iconic, what's so cool about these is you'll notice here they come with a little mini version of the first comic, their number one comic, or just a comic that's iconic for the character. So there you go, ROM, spitting image, spot on, looks just like the comic already. Feels got a nice weight to it. The card back is very thick. This is meant to be, displayed, and if you're, a better man than me, then you'll leave it in the card back and, maybe hang it on your wall. But I am a large child, baby man, and I have to take my toys out of the package. That's how I get down. Always have, ever since I was a little kid. Give me a toy in the back seat, it's already completely taken out. Here we go. But no, seriously, man, the way I feel about that, honestly, it's not a vintage toy. It's not a toy that, is ever going to be worth, crazy money or anything like that. So, if you're buying and selling, yeah, leave it in the package. If you plan to resell it at some point, leave it in the package. Me, I do save some of the packaging. If I ever do want to sell something, I can sell it as open box, which is better than loose. Not quite as good as sealed, but, a step up from loose. It's in between sealed and loose. So open box, at least, whatever. There you go. So open box. But here you go. These are 3 of the 5 from the 6 from the wave. You got a Miles Morales. You got a Banshee. You got a Iron Man and a Daken Wolverine. The one that I was most anticipating is Adam Warlock. He is not in this shipment, but will be here shortly in a couple days. So can't wait for that one. Banshee, same thing. That's actually going to come even later. I passed on the Miles just because I already have a Miles, and how many Miles do you need? Right off top, man, ROM is peak. He's got some rockets, some guns, some blast effects. This Iron Man particular is a really cool. I do not collect Iron Man figures, though he is one of my all-time top favorite characters. Shout out to Ghostface Killer. And I feel like all the Iron Man toys of from the MCU era and the newer, more modern-looking Iron Man figures, for some reason, and this is just to me, they always look cheap. I feel like they look like hollow shells. They don't give me the same authentic. I don't know. They don't feel as good as like a character like this. With you can see their muscles and the details and all that stuff. They just don't do enough paint apps. They don't do enough detailing and stuff like that for Iron Man armor to make it look, in my opinion, like it's worth, the money that you spent. So this particular one, though, I had to jump on. The color apps are crazy. The features all over it. It's like an old school anime mech warrior type vibe to it. This is the right there. So there's the comic number 1. Let that focus there. I gotta do the manual focus or what? Come on, baby. Focus for daddy. There we go. All right. Ultimate Iron Man. You can finally read it. There you go. Ultimate Iron Man. So from the original Ultimate Universe, which ironically the MCU is loosely, at least originally in the beginning, was kind of based on. Daken, this is Wolverine's son, Daken. And there's the comics. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Dark Avengers. From where he hails. Focus, focus. There we go. Dark Avengers from Dark Reign. And it's a pretty dark comic, so you can barely see it there. But Daken's real cool. Obviously, I'm going to have to definitely rock the Mohawk head. That's the iconic Daken head. The only other thing that makes you know it's Daken is the tattoo on the arm. And, of course, the claw configuration you can see is definitely different than Wolverine's. You got two on top, one coming from the bottom on this particular iteration. But usually Daken you see with just two claws, which he does have a two-claw hand that comes with it, and then a claw, and then a hand with no claws coming out. So I love the variety there. This Wolverine head, or Daken head with mask on, wink wink, I'll be using that on one of my other Wolverine figures that probably doesn't have a masked head. I'm not a fan of Wolverine without the mask. It's just not for me. I mean, I do have a couple unmasked Wolverine figures up there, but without further ado, let's bust it open. All right, here we go. Yes, I'm breaking them out. That's how we get down. I told you, 6th Element collectibles. All right. Gonna kind of try to be gentle. That sucked. I did not mean to do that. That totally sucked. So what I try to do is I try to stick my finger to the side so that I can peel the backing out, so that when I do separate the pack, I can just sort of pull it apart. Now this is interesting. It has this card piece, so I'm gonna have to end up sliding that back in, and I'll just kind of baby birth. Oh no, the mini comic's gonna cause a problem. Let me drop that out first. They just have that loose. That's interesting. There it is though. That's cool as shit. One of the coolest features. I know some people were like, "That's lame. You're buying into a gimmick, man." But no, this is cool. This is cool. Because I've seen customizers, and here you go. Let's push. There you go. You did it, girl. All right, here we go. No annoying little ties to hold it in. Todd. Looks really cool. It looks like he's a little bit bigger than the average figure, which is cool. He's ROM. He's badass. And nice construction, nice quality, real solid. Got nice weight to it. Love the articulation. No pins, baby. Todd McFarlane, come on, man. Check it out. No pins. It's not necessary. It looks so much better. So much better. I don't even want figures with pins. Only figures I buy to have pins are the McFarlane joints, because you're the only one with the DC license, you bastard. Well, hey, you snooze, you lose. Mattel's got the con now, so Mattel is back with the license to make collectible DC figures. And, sorry for you McFarlaneites, the Todd father is out. Now, let me get this gun in Rom's hand. Rom has some big old chunky sci-fi guns. He's actually really big for a Legends. Let me angle down, or maybe back up. He's a big boy. He's got big old legs. I think it's almost, I want to say this is reuse. These legs are reuse. These legs are, I want to say, are reuse from like I don't know. You know what I mean though? You see the big thigh highs, picture him being like purple. This is like, I don't know, somebody. But well, there you go. He's got a cool blast effect that goes right on the end of the gun there, which is totally necessary. There he is, shooting lasers, flying with his jetpack, chilling. So ROM, the iconic, and then of course the whole point, in my opinion, is these the mini comic. Now, I don't know what they did as far as a hand for the mini comic, because the whole gag is that they're supposed to be able to like hold their own comic. Oh Jesus! Come here, you son of a bitch! All right, so this looks definitely more like a gun hand, but I'm betting I can wedge a comic in there real easy. If you zoom in slow, it focuses. Yeah, there you go. ROM Space Knight in hand. So, real quick, pop and swap. Pop the hand off, swap it for the hand with the book. And there he is, holding his own book, busting shots, representing. All right, moving right along. Loving the ROM. Highly recommending the ROM. ROM was hot. ROM was definitely hot. All right, I'm gonna save my homeboy for last. Not that this Iron Man is not my boy, because this Iron Man right here is legit. All right, let me be more careful. Just trying to do it all on camera. And I'll show you why I'm being careful and what I'm actually getting, what I'm doing here. There's like a gap right there, okay? You wedge the finger in, and you want to not tear the backing from the inside as best you can, which, damn it. Yeah, totally blew that just now. Fuck. Well, anyway, this thing covers it, so luckily. The idea is to be able to, if I so choose for whatever some reason, I don't know, I like to keep my options open. I can either sell it as open package, or I can display it on card. Come on, baby. You don't want to totally separate it, just enough to pull that bad boy out. I keep forgetting that this mini comic is here holding it in. Normally that would have popped out, slid right out like a wet fawn. There we go. Like a baby deer. There we go. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Ah. All right. Mini comic. Comics are cool. It's got like a spine, like an opening. Sorry. I don't know. There's like a gap between the covers. Anyway, it's cool. It's a nice solid plastic. It's not too brittle. It's actually got a bit of flex to it, but it's not like it's gonna fall apart. Man, this is cool. Oh yeah. I'm glad I picked this one up. Articulation is awesome. Feel is great. Weight is perfect. Joints are nice. Like I said, it's got the look. It definitely does not look super, detailless like a lot of Iron Man suits do. It's not my favorite helmet face look. You know what? I'm not playing this game no more. Autofocus wants to play games. Well, I'll tell you something. You're not gonna... Wait, what am I doing? Now I'm gonna have to edit. Fuck. resolutions, what? Scaling, what? Stream, output, what? No. Advanced, what? That ain't even it, though. What's this? But yeah, he's got a great detail. Love the head sculpt. I mean, for what it is, remember, you may not be a fan of the design or whatever, but it looks just like the Ultimate comic. He's got a lot of great detail. Love the weight again. Loving the just the feel of it, the joints. I mean, you can kind of see it. Almost feels like a Mercedes, man. It's just the Mercedes, man. This is the Benz of figures, and like the ROM, he's got a nice bit of size to him. Man, this is one of my favorite joints. These new, pick these new comic figures up. If you were on the fence, if you were like, oh, it's a gimmick, it's really not. It's really not. These are actually really well made, like really well made. There's some cool hands that come with it. He's got the blast hands that you can put on. Well, you know what they look like. There you go. Hang on. Boy, I love focus. I love autofocus. How it automatically focuses for you. Isn't that cool? It's just automatic. All right, so I'm gonna take the hand. All right, so the reason that we don't, the reason I kind of try to be careful. This is a horrible job. I can show you stack after stack of cards where this is done right. Never actually tried to do it on camera live. I guess I'm not really taking my time. But the point is to have it where when I put it back and put everything back inside, you know, these tears, these hideous tears won't be there at all. None of this tear would be there. None of that. Look at that. Look at that crap. This was a horrible botchery. So that's not how it's supposed to look, but that's the idea. So you see that tear? The idea is that that tear is not there and that you can reseal it and put it back together real nice. But these ain't going nowhere, dog. I love these right here. I highly recommend you pick them up. If you have the means, they're so choice. Alright, last and definitely never least, my boy Wolverine's done son, Daken. Pulling him out as gentle as I can. Gentle as it. Alright, there's no way. They did good. They did good putting these together to make sure nobody could do what I'm doing. Which I'm not doing anything wrong. This is for my own. I'm not trying to defraud anybody. Oh, they'll never know it was open. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm just trying to keep it nice, looking nice. Some people display packages. This one I did a little better on so far. Blows it horribly in the end. Yeah, these are it's the comic. It's the comic fucking. There's this whole extra piece on the side. You see this whole thing here on the side with the comic in it? So when you try to pull this thing out, instead of the normal rectangle that slides right out, it's got this hook on it. This thing is like holding it in, and you have to tear the paper to get it. Anyway, like I said, these ain't going back in the box. These are definitely staying with me. This is awesome. If you know anything about Daken, he always rocks a mohawk like that. Let me let that focus. So you can see the awesome detail in this face sculpt. And it is nice. Look at that. I mean, it looks just like him. Just like, there's teeth. Guys, there's a pupil, a cornea, there's teeth with individual teeth. This is a Marvel Legends, y'all. This is Marvel Legends. And this is not no premium, wild. Like, they have stepped their game way up from what they used to be. If you're like some of you diehard McFarlane fans feel like you think Marvel, you remember the old Marvel Legends, you think, oh, McFarlane is just so superior. It's just so much more, realistic. And well, yeah, they are more realistic, and that's what I don't like about them, because these aren't realistic. These aren't real people. They're comic characters from comic books. And the whole reason costumes and stuff are the way they are in the MCU is because humans can't look like comic book characters. The way they're drawn, the way the costumes look. I mean, people look silly when they put on a skin-tight leotard. It's not the same. I don't know what's going on with this foot here. I'm kind of worried. It feels like what is this? Oh no? Is this something new? Or is this really broken or something? Looks like there's a new... I don't know. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but this boot sure does swivel on the leg as if there's a shin bend, which my shin doesn't twist, but it's pretty cool because my boots do. So this is like boots moving independent of the leg. Do you understand what I'm saying here? That's like his leg is in the boot. I don't know if anybody's really broken down the detail of these to you before, but yeah, these are next level. The butterfly joints are super deep. Super deep. Super duper deep. Claws again are, I don't know. I'm used to seeing Daken with just 2 claws. I'm not used to seeing this third under claw that they have on this. And I don't know if it looks that good to me. I don't know. It does look pretty cool, but let me get this silly head off. By the way, I don't know how it's still on there. All right, now we see Daken. This is Daken. This is how he looks in the comics. This is how he always looks. He's got the tattooed up arm. That's how you know it's him. And he's got the mohawk, of course. Let me zoom back out. This focus is really giving me a fun time. Come on, y'all. As far as it being different than other Wolverines that we've already got, a lot of people are, oh, it's just another remake of the Wolverine body. They popped a new head on. No. I don't know if y'all can see that entire this whole top row, that whole top shelf from there all the way across are all Marvel Legends Wolverines, all the different Marvel Legends Wolverines. I have all of them, except for like a couple of the MCU ones. Like I have one Hugh Jackman one just to have it, just to cover that base, but I'm not a fan, like I said, of any actors made into to figures. I only like them when they look like comics and cartoons. But this is new. It's a new body mold. It's got all the great, articulation of a modern figure with no pins in the joints, and wonderful back and what do you call it? Torso really far forward. Look at that. Really pretty far back. That's a nice range. Head goes up yay far, down yay far, not so crazy. Of course it, swivels all the way around. But it's got the regular shoulder joints, elbow joints, swivels, bicep swivels, wrist swivels, all the regular stuff. I'm not going to bore you. I really don't do the whole, it bends this much. We know how shit bends. There is the cool butterfly thing, though. It's, like I said, it's real deep. That's a real deep butterfly joint, though, to showcase. So, point that out. But other than that, man, the Iron Man figure, Let me see. Okay, yeah. They all come with a hand capable of holding the comic. Because, like I said, that's sort of the gimmick. This one doesn't hold it super well, but if you just pose it up and put it there, it'll be fine. One clawless Wolverine hand holding one Dark Avengers. Oh, just focus, bro. You know what I'm pulling out. I think it's the camera's worried about all the shit in the background. Thank you. There you go. Having a good time, y'all. That's our joint. ROM Daken Iron Man Ultimate. I recommend these highly, 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 highly. Whether you fuck with Marvel Legends or not, if you're into comics, these are must-haves. Absolute must-haves. Just the gimmick, schmimmick, this is cool. It's something we've seen a lot of customizers do, okay? That's the whole deal. That's where they got the idea. Customizers will actually make little mini comics, little mini arcade games, all kinds of little mini stuff to set up little dioramas and displays for their figures. So that's where that comes from. But yeah, you pop those back in, you pop the thing back in, you put the little comic right there, and there you go. You can redisplay it. I don't know if you'd... these are not vintage toys. I see no reason to keep them in the package. I posed them and placed them on the shelf. But that's our show, guys. Check us out Wednesday, Saturday, 7 p.m. live every time. Peace.